minutes late. Good morning. Hey DR, how you doing? Who else we got on here? You guys got any questions or anything this morning? Where are you guys from? Morning from Thailand. Morning, Gizmo. Stephen Bryson. Hello. Hello, Amy. Seattle. Melbourne, Australia. Good morning, Australia. Where can I live where the air is good? Does it have to be in the sticks? No, actually, once you get outside of Manila, the air is pretty decent. Most places just get off the main street. It's not that bad. Good morning from Puerto Rico. Good morning, Puerto Rico. Originally from Florida. Audio is a little muted. Okay. So good morning from Connecticut. You get diesel exhaust on face all day. To do air is awesome. Yeah, give me that. Hold on. Joanne, can you shut up the sound machine? We have the white noise machine. You guys are probably hearing that a little bit. So it's muting. In the desert of Arizona, Los Angeles, originally from Portland, Maine. Okay. It's my home at, well, I'm originally from Massachusetts, but I put down Maine. Audio is money. Joanne, can you shut up that noise machine? There we go. All right, how's that, guys? Is the noise gone? Better? Good morning, Steve. Can't hardly understand your audio. Let's try this again. Is that a little bit better, guys? The audio? I don't hear your voice clearly. There. There we go. You've been to Maine? Yeah, I've been to Maine. Yeah. The audio is still bad, guys? Good AM. Hard to hear program. I don't know why it's hard to hear. Not so good. Sound a bit better. Any potential news on tourism? Nothing for news on tourism, guys. Better now, but low. Audio is muffled. I don't know why the audio is muffled. So not better, guys. The sound quality. Let's see, like underwater. Not sure why that is. Let me try something else. I'll plug this in and see if we can get a better sound. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry for this. How's that, guys? Is that better? Can you hear me okay? Incoming storm soon. Yeah, that's what I heard. Maybe humid in paradise today. Wish it can be a little bit louder. Still having problems? I just tried another mic. Sounds like you're far away from the mic. Yes. Gizmo, a lot better. Yes, much better. Excellent. Great now. Okay, we'll use this then, guys. Sinfuls is on. Let's see. Much better. Much better. Perfect. Okay, guys. Good. At least we got this working good now. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I think what it was is the white noise machine set off the other mic and did something to it. Because we have a white noise machine in the background. I left it on because I'm so used to it. We use that to drown out the noise in the background at night. So if you guys are trying to get away from pollution, guys, Cavite is the way to go. Cavite is a really good place Cavite province, Batangas. Batangas, you want to get away from pollution, Batangas is the way to go. Hey, Meso. Let's see. Morning, Steve. Curious as to your background. You strike me as a prior military or police. I was a school safety officer. Almost, we used to work with the police. I used to collect baseball cards. You can probably see some in the background. I'll show you what I got here. I got stuff like this. 1921 baseball card. And I got this one here. Some other ones. I used to sell them on eBay. This one here is a fake one. That's a fake of the old Honus Wagner. This one here is that's a real one. It's 1921. If you guys are interested in baseball cards. Yeah, I used to collect and sell stuff like that. This is Travis. How you doing, Travis? But to get back on Cavite, guys, there's a lot of towns in Cavite. Once you get outside of town, most of the towns are pretty decent, you know, and there's not that much pollution. Let's see, one thumbs down. Perhaps they didn't like your T-shirt. Maybe, yeah. Who knows? It says California. That's why they didn't like it. No, I'm just joking. Thank you for protecting our children. Let's see. I'm interested in getting away from expats and in general. Yeah, if you're interested in getting away from expats, man, Batangas might be the way to go. Batangas is pretty decent. You know, outside of Manila Metro is the only ticket. The air pollution in NCR is rough. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe Epstein Island is thumb down. Maybe. Tagaytay has some really good air up there because the pollution just blows away because you're so high up. I know maybe unpopular, but finally I got my COVID shot Thursday. Yeah, they're doing it here at the VA soon. Hey, Dwayne, dude, do these live shots get you better dollars? Well, yes and no. Later on, they do get monetized, but it helps a little bit. I'm not worried about the dollars. I'm worried about helping people answer the questions and stuff. How about Valencia? I heard Valencia is nice. I got my second shot yesterday. Bobby chick dress, aren't all that bad. Let's see, history always repeats. Yeah, most of the expats here aren't that bad. There's, just a few of them that make it bad. Yeah, here in Pattaya, bars closed, no beer. Yeah, we get the same thing here because we're on ECQ. Hey, Steve from Birmingham, England, long-time subscriber. Hey, Paul, what time is it over there in England? I'm just curious. Because we're going to start doing shows for Europe, and I don't know what good time to do it. I hear there's a tsunami coming your way. Yeah, I'm 400 feet up in the air, so tsunami's not going to bother me. Let's see, good morning. Epstein Islanders wouldn't be watching this live stream. There was no raunchy thumbnail advertising. Yeah, they wouldn't watch this. Let's see. It's bedtime. Okay, that's good to know. Wow, 2 a.m. Okay. Let's see. So if I did something way in the afternoon, it would be fine for you guys, huh, Paul? Like around 4 in the afternoon here, might be good. Be your morning or something, I think. Which is about 7 hours from now. I bet you're glad you were there right now with all these shootings going on in the USA. Yeah, I know. I just really want a quiet place. Yeah, Bobby, there's plenty of quiet places here. You can find them. Batangas especially. If you want to get away from people, Batangas is the way to go. And you're still fairly close to Manila to go get stuff that you need. Prairie Mark. Hey, Prairie Mark. We are 35 miles out of the city on Cebu Island. The air seems great to me on Mactan Island. There are times when it's kind of bad. A lot of expats find a steroid inhaler is helpful with pollution. Okay, Mark. That's good, Steve, but I'll watch your streams anyway, even after the event. Yeah, I try to put as much information. I try to answer all the questions, We're going to do these like every few days. I did 2 in a row yesterday and today, so I probably won't do one for a couple days. But I'm going to try to do some sporadic ones in the afternoon when some of you guys might be sleeping, just so I can catch some other people. Because I know there's people over in Sweden, Germany, and stuff like that do want to watch.
Do you feel like time goes slower or faster in the Philippines than when you lived in the U.S.? Well, for me, I feel like it goes faster sometimes. Like the year goes by really fast over here. It does go by fast, but this big mess that we're in right now has definitely slowed things down. Are you joining Andy Omar's stream in a couple of minutes? I didn't even know he had a stream actually. Um, I usually don't watch most other people. I just don't. You know. Are you aware of the cost of a new national ID card? No, I've heard about it. I know they have one coming out or something like that. I have an ID card from the SRRV. Dickie Spaz, hey Steve, I took your pointer and bought into Moon. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good play. Coinbase too. It's COIN. It's under Coin, I believe. I am playing the long games because Kathy Wood just bought that from ARK Investments. J.M. Ramiro, I'm looking for a slow pace of life. Let's see. That's Prairie Mark. I enjoyed your video about the email with the dad. Yeah, that was very. We got a lot of people that watched that. And it kind of hit everybody. It was very close to my situation. I have met people in Thailand who take the baggage with them. Your advice to leave it at the airport is spot on. Yeah, we had a lot of people that really hit. You know, we had like 7,000. I think we're up to 7,000 views on that now, almost. You know, I think that's the biggest amount of views I've had in that time. We try to mix it up here. I don't. That's why one reason why I don't like to watch too many other vloggers, because that way there it just lets me have my ideas and not theirs. You know, Ariel Batista, how you doing today? I'm doing good. How you doing, Ariel? Ariel, where are you from? Is this Ariel Batista from Lawrence? I know Ariel Batista in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Okay, catch you again. Off to immigration. Could be a long day. Okay, Gizmo. Talk to you later, man. Steve, what do you think about the talk about the COVID-19 card proving you are vaccinated? Um, for that new passport, I know that you don't have to have the vaccination. You have to have had um, a swab within like 92 hours or something like that. So I mean, what can I say about it? I mean, if you have to travel, that you're going to have that now. I think you're the only Philippines vlogger that doesn't use StreamYard to stream your channel. Actually, I like using this. Yeah, this isn't bad. You know, I kind of like this. I don't know what StreamYard is. I'll have to look into it. Jacksonville, what is that, Paul? What does that do for you? What does that add to the channel, if I might ask? Jacksonville, Florida, waiting my time to go back to the Philippines. Yeah, Ariel. Yeah, we're all waiting on that. You know, I mean, everybody's waiting to come in. You know, I'm waiting so I can go out and travel a little bit. Maybe go to Vietnam or something. If I leave now, I can't get back in. They use a card system in the States. Let's see. Lenny Aguiar. Greetings from Boston. Hey, what's going on, Lenny? Are you from Boston itself, or are you from one of the surrounding towns? I'm from Lawrence. I'm interested in permanent visa. There, do you have any new information on when we can return to stay? Nothing, Bobby. Nothing. There's nothing. They only get 1% of the people vaccinated, and that's with the first shot. Last I heard, they only had 1,300 with the second shot, so it's going to be a while. You know, I'm thinking till the end of the year. Is the weather a lot cooler in Tagaytay? Drive time to Manila, about an hour. It's about an hour. Tagaytay is a lot cooler some days, yeah. Mostly in the morning. In the afternoon, it does warm up. Carl, hi, Steve. Hi from New York, Steve. Been watching you for months and liking the live streams. Thanks, Carl. I'm glad you guys like the live streams. You know, it gives me a chance to answer questions that you guys have rather than writing a lot of stuff in the comments and stuff. Paul Cromie, nothing really. The only difference seems that people's questions will appear on the screen. You can't see the questions on the screen? Because I set it up that you were supposed to be able to see that. I thought you could. There must be a button. Yes, live streams with you are nice. I try to read off the things anyway, so I hope that helps. Thanks, Sinfuls. Yeah, live streams definitely help me too. Saves me a little bit of time later on during the day. I noticed that the comment sections have shrunk a little bit. See, smash that, guys. Smash that thumbs up. Okay. Thanks, Travis. Let's see. I'm gonna have to start using this earbud more so you guys can hear me better. How far is Tagaytay from me? It's about 30 minutes. It's really close. We get some of the cool air from there too. Nice to see you. Why did you divorce your first Filipino wife? Well, actually, she left me. She cheated. She was a little vertically challenged, and she had some problems. Are you a hardcore Red Sox fan? I am a Red Sox fan. Yes, I used to sell baseball cards on eBay. You know. Let's see. Yeah, my first Filipino wife. Yeah, we had a lot of issues with her. Once they get to the United States, they just change. She was good in the beginning. She was excellent, and then big change. Yeah. Divorce questions. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that too much. Hopefully. eBay selling fees have gotten out of hand. Yeah, they have, sinfuls. They were out of hand even back then a little bit, but I still could make a lot of money. Sorry, touchy subject. No, that's okay. We've talked about that in the past anyway, so it's kind of open game now. But go Sox, Wayne Carr, yeah. I heard the Red Sox won. What was it, 7-4 or something like that? I'm not sure what the score was. Somebody said, I thought they said 7-4 or 7-3 or something. I'm not sure what the last score was. Seems there is big dollars involved in the baseball cards. Yes, there is. Yep. I used to pay thousands of dollars for some cards and then resell them for 1,000 or two more. Alex says, "Good morning, Steve." Good morning, Alex. Alex, where are you from? So we're up to about 56 people. Probably because we're not having too many. We're not having that many people today because yesterday we did one. Let's see. I've heard from other expats to not bring your Panay to the U.S. Yeah, John. Yeah, you heard that from me too. It's not a good idea, guys. Don't bring your Filipina to the United States. A lot of them will leave. Have you considered retiring in any other countries? Paul, yes. I've looked at Belize. I actually almost got married in Belize. Um, Something happened and we ended up separating. Let's see. Ban the Yankee subs. Yeah, there we go. Ariel Batista. Some do change, but some don't. Yeah, it's like with anything. I mean, sometimes you get lucky. Sinfuls. John Wells. If you have a good one, no issues. Yeah, that's true. I believe that's true. If you get a younger girl, she's just gonna leave you. My girl was not younger, actually. She was only like a few years younger than me. I'm here in Los Angeles, unfortunately, but planning to be back in Palawan when I retire. Okay, Alex. Go Phillies, traveling hobo. Let's see. Yeah, the problem with bringing them back there is if they start getting in with a group of other Filipinas that are Western minded, then you have a problem. Because what happens is then they start doing the crazy stuff, you know. And my girlfriend started, my ex-wife started doing some of the crazy stuff, and it got out of control. I receive almost 800 different channels with Dish Network. I can't watch a baseball game unless I order additional channels, $110 a month. Well, that's pretty bad. Steve prefers older women. Yeah, I don't mind. She's not older. She's just way younger than me. Not way younger. She's in her 40s. I mean, I'm 50, 58 now. Sinfuls. I don't think that I would have a problem with my wife, but am I sure? Yeah, you're never sure, John. Steve, did you marry for your first Filipino wife in the U.S. or in the Philippines? Actually, we got married like a mock marriage in the Philippines because I had already filed for a fiancé visa. So we got married in the church over here. Then we got married over there, again in the church, but also at the city hall. Let's see, not older, but mature woman. There we go. Thanks, Alex. John Wales, you can know her well. See, some women you can just tell by talking to them, you know, what they're going to do. And you can tell by their friends, kind of, you know. If they're kind of sneaky now, they're going to be sneaky later. My father lives in Redwood City, so I go and watch the Giants and the Golden State Warriors, 49ers, when I go to visit. Paul Osborne, what is your up and down internet speeds? It's about 70 to 80 Mbps, Paul. Mark's son. Good morning. Good morning, Mark. Avert activity. Your thoughts on home security and personal protection. It's hard to ignore the bars on the windows. Yeah, I got these windows behind me, and I'll show you. You can see once you lock those, it's nobody's getting in here. You know, you can't climb through there or anything. It's pretty hard. Even if they broke the windows, they can only reach their arms in. You know, so that's one of the things. Let's see. So as far as other security, put hiding places like underneath your chairs and stuff like that. I did a video on that, avert activity. Watch that about where to hide stuff, and it's just there for ideas. Did you get an annulment? No, I got a divorce. I when I was married before. Is PhilHealth enough insurance without taking on private health insurance? No, because there's another. It only gives you partial insurance on some things, and as an expat, you can't buy the really good one. Let's see. Dub Haynes says older than most guys. I mean, most guys go for girls way too young when they get to the Philippines. Yeah, that's true, Dwayne. A lot, not all of them, some of them. Let's see. BN. PM me if you want all games in use, as long as I can have an Android device. As long as you have an Android device. This is perfect for expats as long as you have good internet connection. Yeah, I think we can get that through free Enter TV too sometimes. Retired 2019. Hello, Steve. Thanks, retired. Let's see, our bad. So if you get a mock marriage, I take it that means just a church wedding. Yeah. Does that mean you can get divorced then? The marriage that I had over here when I was married before was just for the church, so her family could see the marriage. That was a long time ago, man. Let's see, another beef question. Haha. I see several vlogs that hamburger is hard to find. Yeah, you can get hamburgers at McDonald's, but that's about it. I found some the other day actually in a Mercury drugstore in the freezer section, which is kind of funny. They had frozen patties. Wow, 84 watching you now, Steve. Your lives are successful. Happy to say thanks, Alex. Sense of style. How do you get out in case of fire? You have to go through the front door. There's only cement around me, so nothing's gonna catch on fire. Roger that, Steve. Thanks. Let's see. Dub Haynes says, "Call me when you finish the stream." I will. Did your first wife leave you for someone? Yes. Yep, sense of style. Yep, exactly that reason. You will get every games in U.S. The end says. Yeah, I don't mind missing games. I just, if I need it, I can probably go on Inter TV and watch. I just don't have the time like I used to. You'd think you'd have more time over here. Actually, sometimes you have less time because you get busy. Is the typhoon in Visayas now? How bad is it? It's pretty bad. I heard it was like a 4 or 5 category. I'm not sure where it's rated right now. It's supposed to edge along Luzon too, so I don't know how bad it's going to be. I have to look at the weather later on. It must be strange for some expats when they meet the parents of the girl when they're usually younger than the expat. You would think so, but some of these guys, they don't care. Army Navy is food hamburger place, I heard. Yeah, Army Navy is excellent. It's my favorite restaurant if you like Mexican food and hamburgers. Hi, Steve. I've lived in other places. Hi, Steve. Have you lived in other places in the Philippines? I've actually been down to Iloilo. I've been to Boracay. I didn't live in those areas, but I've been to those areas. I've been north of Manila too, but this is where I've lived. Let's see, Steve. What is your monthly budget? My monthly budget is pretty high. I'm in that 2,000 to 3,000 sweet spot. I'm on the upper end. Okay, and with these stimuluses, it's actually throwing me over on that too. So I do pretty well here. At about right around 2,700, but it fluctuates a little bit. So, but I lived on 1,250 originally when I got here, so I know what it's like to live on 1,250, and it is struggling. So people that tell you that you don't struggle, you do. If you want to get out and do things and live a little bit, yeah, 1,250 is still struggling. If you're retired, you want to travel a little bit. Are you allowed to travel into Manila? We are, but we're not allowed to do much up there. I met my Prairie Mark says I met my future mother-in-law when she was 84. Wow. Are all houses cement? Yeah, most of them are. Let's see. Gary here, watch your Pacific Cross video. Interesting to me because I will be 72 when I come to the Philippines. Not sure if I will take that or Phil Health and self-insure. If you self-insure, man, you're gonna need some serious money, especially at 72. So just be careful. Watch my other videos also on insurance. You can get the peso plan. It's a little bit cheaper. Look up the Pacific Cross peso plan for people over 75 and at your age at 72. There's two separate plans. Once you hit 75, it kicks up into a different plan, I believe, if I remember correctly. Do you have any knowledge, Steve, about insulating a tin roof? Because in Cavite, Silang, my wife's sister has a tin roof, and she's had it for many years with no aircon. Trying to help her out. I'm sure you can. Most people put a ceiling in, and it helps. I have a tin roof, and we have a ceiling, and it helps keep it cool. Let's see. It helps with the family next door, too. It helps with noise, also, having a ceiling. Shout out from Maine. Okay, thanks, Dala. Do you use slow cookers over there? We have slow cookers, yeah. There, so you can make a good New England stew. We have all that stuff. Yeah, we have that in the other room. I haven't had a chance. We actually did make one stew here. I wish we could make more. It's hard to find potatoes and stuff. It's hard to find everything all together. Mate, the other islands. What other islands have you been to? Well, I've been over to Iloilo, and I liked it there. I've been to Boracay, and I like them all. You know, all the islands are pretty similar. I've been out to Drum Island, which is kind of a tiny island. It just looks like a battleship. And I've been out to some other small islands too. I don't remember the names. We went out to a bunch of islands last time I was in Batangas. You know, but they were tiny islands. Not real tiny, but you know, good. They were decent size, but not huge. You couldn't drive a car on them. Paul, it is strange that my girlfriend's parents are 15 years younger than I am, but they seem to not have a problem with the age. Yeah, a lot of people don't have a problem with age over here. Yes, I agree regarding meeting the parents and no problems. Mike says, hi, Steve. Hi, Mike. We got 99 on here now. Any plans of building a house? My girlfriend's supposed to be getting a house pretty soon, okay? And she's getting it through the city somehow. Okay, so we're going to check that out. And, you know, she plans on moving in there. I'm not sure if I want to stay here and have us stay here, and then she can let her daughter move to the other house or whatever. We're not sure what we're going to do yet. At some point, I do want to get a 2 or 3 bedroom home, though. You know, a nicer one with a pool and everything. Steve, how much will it cost to hire a housekeeper that cooks? Probably about $150 if she's a live-in, maybe $100, somewhere around there. It's fairly reasonable if you look around. Another vlogger said not to meet parents for a while, puts pressure on her. Maybe, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I agree with that one or not, though. Hi, Steve. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Bob Kern, thanks, Bobby. I guess it becomes the normal there. How about Palawan? Palawan's beautiful. Probably one of the most beautiful sections of the Philippines. Palawan's exceptionally beautiful, but I heard there's not many really good hospitals there. And Western food is kind of iffy. Sean Hodges, you can buy roof insulation. I've seen it sold in the hardware store. The insulation type that is the foil. Yeah, it's very thin, though, in most cases. You see it around here. It's very, very thin. It does keep the heat out, though, a little bit, but not much. You can put it above your ceiling. Do you think you could replace potatoes with cassava root? No. No. Actually, my girlfriend gets cassava root around here. It's quite common. She picks stuff out in the yard. Let's see. Hey, John, Prairie Mark. In Cebu, there are a number of women who have taken an elder care course of several months. Have you had any observation on these? Does it make them better caretakers? I haven't heard about that. You know, I was looking last night at nursing homes here, believe it or not. And nursing homes here are 35,000 pesos to 50,000 pesos on average. And for a really high class one, they're about 120,000 pesos for a really beautiful one down in Iloilo. So, like, if you get old here and you're getting a good pension here, you can stay in a really classy nursing home with a pool and everything, I might add, and your own private nurse in some cases, or you can share the nurse and save a little bit more. Let's see, Paul, I had to ask her. She just turned 21 and I turned 60. It's a change of pace. My girlfriend's mom is same age as me, but when we get together, I always grab her hand for bless. Tamarack, Steve, thumbs up. Thank you, Tamarack. Nobody special. How's it going, Norman? Steve, when will you put out another stock investing video? Yeah, Mike, I don't know when I'm going to do that next. I just put out little blurbs here and there because it's not that popular. I wish they were more popular than they are. I still do talk about it. I still will do them. You know, when I see something that's worthy of investing in, like that moon, you know, and also Coinbase is my next investment. I'm just seeing what it's going to do a little bit, but I am going to jump in Coinbase. Some people say it's going to go to 500 really quick. So, but I'm not a stock guru, so that's my disclaimer. I was very impressed with the beauty of Palawan. Yeah, Palawan's very nice. I haven't been there, but I've had friends send pictures and stuff like that and tell me about it, and I have a couple of friends that live down there. Let's see. One question for today, and this is an oddball one, with your being from New England. Have you ever made poutine for yourself? Poutine? Or anybody since you've been in the Philippines? I don't even know what that is, what you're talking about, Sean. I never heard of that. Never heard that word before. Yep, he went. Yep, we want your thoughts on what's going on with stocks. I love stocks. My stock portfolio does really, really good because I'm in ARK. ARK has been going up and down a lot lately, but it'll go back up. I'm in all the ARK investments, by the way, including the space one now. So ARK is excellent. Nobody hang in there. It might be a while, but it won't be shut down forever. No, it won't be. You're right, John. Uniquely extra, Gary here. Did you mention that the pinwheel type mosquito burning repellent was a good type and effective? I actually use some of the incense, and the incense works pretty good too. You can buy incense on Lazada, and it's not that expensive. You can get that really good incense, the tall ones. They're hollow. French fries and gravy, I love it. I've never tried that. I'm not a big gravy fan. Come on, Jan F. Hit the like button. Let's see. Did you get the ARC X? Yes, I did, Nan. I got the ARC X now. Sinvils is calling John Wales Sling Blade. Sean Hodges, we don't have cheese curds in the Philippines. Avert activity. I'd wait on Coinbase. There was a lot of speculation regarding possible investigation of lending houses and various institutions using crypto for laundering purposes. Yeah, I don't think that they'd go after Coinbase so much as they would the actual coins themselves, I would think. But maybe, who knows? There's a risk in it, definitely. You know, there's a risk investing in crypto because some countries are banning it. Let's see. Wong says, "Hey John, where do you order your American food?" John's having a good laugh at Sinfuls. Let's see. But Coinbase, I like Coinbase. If you guys want to get into crypto, that's the way to go, is go on Coinbase. I love Coinbase for many reasons. I've been in there for years. I mean, I was in there when Litecoin was really cheap, and I bought a bunch of Litecoin. I used to watch this truck driver, and the guy was pretty good. He predicted it really, really good. And I jumped out. Like, I went to bed one night and it was really, really low. And then I woke up the next morning and it was really, really high. And I jumped out right at that time because I knew that when something jumps up that high, usually it comes back down. And that's the way you play crypto coins. Just like kind of like with the stock market. If it goes up too high, you know to get out, because usually it's going to go back down. You know, what goes up must come down. Because the stock market's kind of funny, because it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, but it gradually goes up usually. I mean, most stocks usually go up. I bought Coinbase at 338. Yeah, I'm going to be jumping in there soon. Just waiting for my next paycheck. I should be getting that soon. So I get hamburger at SM, South Mall, but it's not as good as in America. Yeah, I actually bought some hamburger the other day at Walmart, which is unusual. And I made some shepherd's pie with it. You have cryptocurrency? What currency? I have Cardano right now, Nan. I have Cardano. Or they call it ADA or something like that too. That's like the nickname or something. I don't have a lot of it though. I'm not that much into crypto. Not right now. I think crypto is kind of high. Do they have ice cream stores in your area? Yeah, Baskin Robbins they do. Yeah, at SM Dasma. We have some kind of McDonald's has ice cream too. Did you have to get a special wallet for your Cardano? No, Coinbase is your wallet. They hold your stuff. ADA is doing well. Yes, it is. And on there you can get a lot of free stuff too. Pastor Ruben, blessed day. You too, Pastor. John Wales, Smoky Mountain model, a good to hear from you. Buy Doge. Yeah, I don't know that much about Doge coin. SPCE, yeah, that's a good one too. Tapping out, Steve, have to go and focus on furthering doing some work to achieve that sweet spot. Yeah. Let's see, Jollibee is the most popular there. Yeah, Jollibee is very popular with Filipinos. They have some in the United States, I think, in New York now. Let's see. I enjoy Dairy Queen when I'm in the Philippines. Yeah, Dairy Queen's here. Yeah, in Alabang. It's right next to Taco Bell at one of the malls over there. I forget which mall. There's a lot of malls in Alabang. You said about a month ago that you don't do. I don't do crypto that much, Rick. I do a little bit. Most of the crypto that I've got on Coinbase for free by watching their little videos and stuff like that. You know, and I did have a little bit of money in there. I did crypto a long time ago, but I'm not really big into crypto. It's not one of my favorite things. I don't have a lot invested in there, just a little. Hi, Mary. How you doing, Mary? John Wales, are you concerned with tsunamis where you're at? There are tsunami areas here. I know he's asking John, but there are areas that are dangerous because of earthquakes and stuff like that. So there is a tsunami risk. We hear them sometimes. They send them out. When might travel open up for the U.S.? It's opened up for some people if you go through the through this what the PRA has a thing out. You have to go through one of their government organizations. I forget who they said. Hi Steve, new subscriber. Hey, thanks Dan. What are your thoughts on having ice in your drinks in restaurants? Is it safe? Yeah, they put filters on those for the most part. You know, I don't see any problem in that. If you go to McDonald's and places like that, they have filters. Since PayPal started selling crypto, I just buy it there. PayPal is selling crypto? I thought they just took crypto. I haven't heard that one yet. I'll have to look into that. Nobody's special. No, we are safe in Western Islands. Ice cream machines in McDonald's never work. Yeah, most of the time they never work. I've been lucky in my area. They work pretty good. But some of them, yeah, you walk in, you ask for ice cream, they don't have no shakes, no nothing. I like their chocolate, their new chocolate shakes at McDonald's. They taste like the old chocolate shakes during like the 70s and 80s back in the States. So they do have good shakes now. So if you guys order a shake at McDonald's now, if the McDonald's that you go to has shakes here in the Philippines, try that out. What is the number one thing that you miss the most in the States? I would say a seafood platter. How's that? A fried seafood platter, especially coming from New England. But I can get something similar to that, but it's usually not fried up at Red Lobster. Thanks, Blake. Where are you in the Philippines? I'm in Cavite province. I'm in Tracy Materes. I'm about 423 feet up in the air. We're pretty high up here, so we don't have any flooding issues. Right on, John. I'll sleep with a life jacket anyway. He's talking about the tsunamis. Mark Edwards, Philly cheese. You can actually get something close to a Philly cheese steak here at Army Navy. Army and Navy, man, has the best food around. I try to go to Army and Navy as much as I can. Mark Edwards says Maine lobster. They actually have Maine lobster at Red Lobster here. You can they have them in the tank they're swimming around. I don't know if you can order those ones. I know a lot of the lobster that they serve that's fried comes from Belize, because when I was in Belize, Red Lobster was one of the #1 buyers of all their lobster on the island I used to go to in Key Cocker in Belize. Let's see. We're in Moa Bowl when we're there. Yeah, I never heard of that place. When I'm in the Philippines, I stay behind Las Piñas City South Mall. Hope they get Cowboys back open before I come again. Love the shows there. But getting that, there's a lot of red snapper here. Red snapper in Belize too. Getting prepared for another summer of riots here in the U.S. Yeah, I heard. Nothing says you're against racial injustice like looting and burning down your own town. Yeah, that's true. That's awful. You know, the United States is getting really rough. True friends are very hard to find in life, but more so in Asia. Myself, I trust no people and keep myself mostly private, Carl says. Just close family. You know, I don't know if I'd agree with that, Carl. I meet a lot of nice friends here. My neighbors in particular, but I have a lot of friends here. And really diehard friends too that I can trust in. Mark says, didn't know Army Navy was there, but they are good. Yeah, they're really good. They're all over the place. They're not like McDonald's. They're not that common, but they're around. Wong Outback is here. $30 for a 10-ounce ribeye. Yeah, John, try that steakhouse that I recommended there before. You know, that place is delicious. The place at SM Dasma here is delicious. The all-you-can-eat steak, excellent. I did a video on it. Was it Prime? I forget the name now. I just woke up a little while ago, guys. Let's see. Robert says, I've been following you for a bit. I am near Sacramento. Where are you from in the USA? I'm from the New England area. A place called Lawrence, right? Just 20 miles outside of Boston. Mole Bowl is about 2 hours south of Cebu. Okay. Yeah, anything south of Cebu, I'm not that familiar with. I'm not very familiar with that area that much. A little bit. I know, like Boracay and all those places. Have heard that the Fed will begin calculating your income by subtracting your cost of crypto in your current value of crypto and taxing all of that. That will cripple the crypto millionaires. Probably, yeah. Let's see, Just Music. Yes, just up north, New England. Good to see you live. Saw you on your first test run. Just met a girl in Kansas. Maybe not get to South America anytime soon. Okay. Paul Osborne, legally it is taxed. Yeah, it is. It is taxed now. They ask you about it when you do your taxes. Steve, I won't have any. We don't have any in my province. Are you a fan of the Celtics? I've actually met a couple of the Celtics. They used to come into one of the schools that I used to work at in Lawrence to talk to the kids about drugs and stuff like that. Delonte West was one of them. I don't know if he's even still playing for the Celtics, but Delonte used to come into the school all the time, and a few of the other guys would come in on occasion. And actually, I didn't recognize him, when he came into the school, and the guy says, "Hey, I'm going down to room 212 or whatever it is, right?" And I'm like, "No, you're not." I says, "You have to go to the principal first, and you have to check in the office." He says, "Well, I'm supposed to meet with the class." I says, "Well, who are you?" And then he said he's Delonte West from the Celtics. So then, I still had to go through the principal, and the principal there, like, she was crazy. Pants up, don't loot. Yeah. You have any Canadian friends there? Yeah. You're probably asking about the guy on the street. We had this Canadian guy here that used to bring a rooster here all the time. You know, it's kind of a whack job. The guy was always drunk. Every time he showed up, I don't think I ever saw the guy sober. Let's see. Paul Osborne, read IRS notice 2014-21. PayPal only sells 4 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. I heard something about that, but I didn't know that they were actually selling the Bitcoin. If they sell it, do they hold it for you? That's my question. Is Cebu a good place to settle? Cebu's nice. Yeah, it's good. It's good for expats, but there's a lot of expats there if you're trying to get away from, the hustle and bustle of expats in America. A lot of people come here to get away from expats and have a few expat friends. Instead of full expat, some people go 6 months and go 6 months off, and other breakdowns. Yes, some people do. Delonte West was recently found homeless and on drugs. He's in rehab right now. Is that true, Rick? Is that true? I didn't know that. I thought he was still playing for another team or something like that. I haven't heard that. I'm going to have to look that up. Is that just a joke, Rick? Or Daniel Ford, we're not drunks, but we like our beer. Yeah. Paul Osborne, guess so, but at the moment not the case. Yes, PayPal is technically your wallet. That's interesting. I wonder if they'll let you use your PayPal credit to buy that. Will they, Sensitive Style? Will they let you use your PayPal credit? Not that that's a good idea, but I know some people would use their PayPal credit or something like that to buy Bitcoin or something like that. Who does the best Boston accent in your opinion? Matt Damon or Mark Wahlberg? Actually, both of them are pretty close. The Wahlbergs are all Boston. I heard Mark Wahlberg's mom just died, by the way. I think last night. The Wahlbergs have 2 restaurants right near Boston. I think they're in Boston. I'm not sure. They're right across the street from each other. They walk back and forth to steal stuff from each other's refrigerator. Hi, Steve. Got my second vaccine yesterday. Moderna, body aches, headaches, slowly going away. Yeah, they say Tylenol helps, or aspirin. Rick the Ruler, Delonte West has struggled with mental illness for years. Well, that's too bad. He was a nice guy. He was kind of a quiet guy. He didn't like to talk too much. I no longer watch any sports except for golf. Yeah, I can't. That's one game I can never play, is golf. Let's see. Sinfuls. The Fed move and the IRS will tax all cryptos. Let's see. Let's go Yankees. LOL. Thanks. The West News is true. Interesting. I'm gonna have to read up on that. I haven't heard that. Stay away from Dumaguete if you don't want to see expats. Yeah. Yeah, Dumaguete is known as Epstein Island. That's the joke. Actually, one of my subscribers started the Epstein Island thing. I thought that was great. Let's see. Mark is Boston. See, avert activity. I wonder if you can stake and make interest with your crypto on PayPal. That's a good question. Molebol is a small town on the eastern shore of Cebu Island, about 2/3 of the way to the northern tip. It's a dive specialty area which is dying right now. No foreigners, few divers, only busy on Saturday and Sunday. Do you watch Manny Pacquiao? We watch him every day on ads. He's on almost like every other ad, it seems like, when you're driving down the road and you see signs and stuff. But I see him on some of the ads here, even on YouTube sometimes. Doesn't the Wahlbergs own the chain Whataburger? I think they do. Yeah, they own a couple of restaurants. I think one of them has become a franchise or something like that. Yes, you can use your PayPal balance to buy crypto. I don't know about PayPal credit. You can transfer your crypto back to your dollar account. Beer, bikes, and bourbon is the man. I bought Ethereum 350 and 450 from Coinbase. That's probably wow. So you did really well then, because it's up around 2,500 or more, I think. John Wales, Dan Gibson Manny is huge here. Yeah, he is. You know, he's also a senator. He's also going to run for president, I heard. Steve, have you had your vaccination there? I'm waiting for it at the VA. I'm waiting for it. Can all Americans get it at the VA in Manila? No, not all Americans. They may do that later if there's any left over. They might. We don't know. We're even waiting because they're going in order, and they say that they just got like a small batch. Mark Cuban is paying for Delonte West's rehab. That's good to hear. You know, Delonte West is kind of a nice guy. Steve, from your previous talks, I'm guessing without helping relatives, less health insurance, less stocks, investment, etc., your living costs would be around $900 a month. No, $900 a month would be low. You know, I mean, I help my daughter go to college, and I do give my girlfriend $200 a month because I think that's just, you know, she needs to buy clothes and stuff like that. And if she wants to help out anybody else, that's on her. She has the money to do it. You can't stake and you can't earn interest on PayPal, Nexo, and Celsius Network. Offer that. USDC pays 10.25% interest. That's pretty good, man. Manny is a superstar over there. Yeah, he is. He really is. Since sports went political, I won't watch any of it any longer. Yeah, I guess it is. And this guy writes Wahlburger. Yeah. That's sad, though, about the mom. I used to watch their show sometimes. I think it's on YouTube, too. I think you can get it on YouTube, but I don't know what it goes on. I think I saw it on there one time. Quite an interesting family. They're a very close family. And their mom really, really, you know, helped all of them succeed. She was like the push behind all those guys. You know, all of them are successful in their own right, some more than others. I mean, one of them, I believe, is just a cook or something like that, and just owns his restaurant, but it's a famous restaurant. Put a Filipino in shock. Tell them you never heard of Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, there you go. That's funny. Jim Richards, I have averaged $1,750 per month last year. It's equal to $5,000 in rural U.S. I don't want for anything. How did I meet my girlfriend? She actually friended me by accident, and that was a long time ago. And then I didn't talk to her because, you know, I asked her, you know, what did she want? She says, oh, I must have the wrong person. And then I just started talking to her. And then a year later, we kind of became girlfriend and boyfriend because I broke off with the girl that I was going with down in Belize. Steve, are you wearing a retainer? You sound different. No, it's just I'm using this here today. And I just woke up a little while ago. That's why I sound a little bit different. Steve, really enjoy your channel. Can you explain investing in the Forex? I'm not a big Forex investor. I talk about the Forex only for the simple reason that it affects us over here when you exchange your dollars over. You can get into Forex. Forex is really dangerous to get into. It's not like investing in stocks. Forex goes up and down all the time. Let's see. Is it difficult to hire an all-inclusive maid that comes by every other day or so? No, it's not that difficult. Yeah, you can hire a maid. John Wales, nobody's special. You got that right. Let's see. Thanks for your advice on Moon. I'm only down a few thousand. Yeah. Well, Moon, I didn't give that advice till just recently, and you know, yeah, it is going to bounce. That's a long-term ETF, by the way, just like the ARK. ARK has been bouncing quite a lot, and I just keep buying, you know, because they will go up. It's just because of the current situation in the United States, but they will go up, I think. I mean, don't go by me. Make sure you're investing with money that you can afford to lose, and I'm not a stock guru. So, again, that's my disclaimer, guys. Let's see. Is Philippine Star a reliable news source? I don't know. I've never read that. I've never even heard of that newspaper. What's least expensive way to travel between states there? Actually, Mike, I want to go back to that news thing. I get all my news on Google News, and I get all my Philippine news from them too. What's the least expensive way to travel between states in there? Chinese Airlines. They're the cheapest. They used to be about $650 to travel back and forth. Let's see. Robert, least expensive way to fly. Yeah, you can't even fly right now, so that's part of the problem. You won't get in here. You can fly, but you won't get in here, most likely, unless you're approved already. Laurie Craver, pre-pandemic, the bus and ferries were great and cheap. Dollar averaging is a good way to invest. Yes, it is. Smoky Mountain model, you're correct. You know, that's the best way is not buy all your stocks at once, but dollar average in, you know, and that way when it bounces up and down, you're getting in and out. You know, John Wales, when are you going to start a YouTube channel? Yeah, John, when are you going to start your YouTube channel? You should start one. Let's see. Retired 2019, great question. John Wales, retired within the next month. I have to learn how to do it. It's not that hard, John. Just do it on your phone, man. You have a YouTube account. All you need is your phone. I'm using my iPad right now, and I usually use my phone. Get a good iPhone 10 or more, and you'll be fine, John. If you're gonna do your YouTube channel, it's simple. I can if you ever want to call me up and talk about it sometime, I could teach you how to do that. I'm sure Calvin can teach you. It's simple. Manny Pacquiao is going to lose to Crawford. I don't know. Manny Pacquiao, he's a powerhouse. He's small, but he's a powerhouse. How do I pre-subscribe, John? There we go. Beer, bikes, and bourbon. Do you own any credit cards, flight rewards programs? I'd like to get one if you're going to travel. I have credit cards that have rewards, yeah. I have Citibank and I have Capital One. One of them has the rewards on there because I just cashed out the rewards. Some of them have flight stuff too. So when you buy plane tickets and stuff. John Wales, we would watch your channel. Yeah, John, we'd watch your channel. Ricky left the Philippines. Wow, did he really? I didn't hear that. Where did he go? Back home? That's what Mo says. I haven't heard that. I think he broke up with his girlfriend too, but I don't watch his channel. Somebody told me he broke up with his girlfriend. Yeah, John, serious. Start a channel, man. It's easy. It's not that hard. It's wicked easy. Heard his mom is sick. Oh, that's too bad. What is the least expensive way to send a package? A ballot buy-in box, not a box to someone in the Philippines. Okay. I don't know. There's different ways to ship stuff. If you said not to someone in the Philippines, so I don't know. You're talking about going to send it to the United States? There is no really cheap way to send mail here, unfortunately. Rike did a video today from Doha. Yeah. Oh, he went to California? Okay. Rike's channel has really gone down the toilet lately because of all the stuff going on surrounding him. Froggy is on U.S. soil already. Well, that's quick. Google News is not a good source for all news. No, it's not. I know who to sort. Very liberal slant, and they block conservative news. I don't find that they block conservative news, actually. I get conservative news on there. Yeah, I watched Tucker Carlson. I watched him about the UFOs the other day following our ships. That was pretty interesting. And the government admitted they don't even know who it is. They're big triangle UFOs. Did you watch that one, Paul? About the UFOs on Tucker? Tucker's face was like, and he couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. How does mail or package get to the person if address stops at Peroc and no home address? I don't know. I'm not that sure what you're talking about. I get all my mail here. You know, if you have no home address, I'm sure the people have to keep checking the post office to see if a package came in. That's what they usually do. A lot of people don't have regular addresses, so they have it sent to the post office. They just keep checking and let the post office know that they have a package that's coming. Am I seeing any revenue from YouTube yet? Yes. Intrepid, you can go on Social Blade. Social Blade is a little bit off, okay? Social Blade is a little bit off, but you get a rough idea how much people are making. You can just type in my name. It's off by like about a third to half because I'm a newer channel. But as your channel gets older, the rates that they give you there are pretty good. Don't give stock advice. You win up and you lose when down. Yeah, I just share my portfolio, and like I tell people, mine's a long term. So if you lose in a year, it's probably going to grow in 10 years, and that's the way I look at it. And I tell people, don't use any money that you cannot afford to lose. And I'm not a stock guru. I just tell people what's in my portfolio, because a lot of people had asked, and I'm up over well over 200% now. I actually took out a few dollars too. I took most of my money off the some of my money off the table that I originally invested, and I'm still way ahead. That's how well I did. His last video about the expat health if they live in the Philippines. Rike Epstein. What happened with Rike? I guess his mom's sick, Nomad. John Wales, I hope he doesn't have any outstanding warrants. Yeah, they would probably be in the Philippines though, John. Do you like Joe Rogan? I haven't watched Joe Rogan. I've heard his name thrown around. Intrepid asked me again, are you seeing any revenue from YouTube yet? Yes, I do. I do pretty well. Let's see. Yes, I watched the UFO stuff. Really good and scary. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Those things that they were looking at, they'll look like laser produced. So that could be from a submarine or something like that, and maybe a Chinese submarine is producing those in the sky. So to keep the ship busy looking at them, that's what I think it is. I don't think they're UFOs. They could be. They've had UFOs off the coast of California with the Tic Tac ones, and the Navy admitted to that too. Our address in the provinces has no number. They just know where you live and deliver it. Yeah, that's true, Prairie Mark. They know where people live. Where are the aliens at then? Who knows? If they are aliens. I'm not even saying that they are aliens. I think it's probably more likely something to do with China or something, you know? I am over 700%, up over 700% on crypto and 300% on another I just bought. That's pretty good, Sinfuls. Just make sure you get out before you lose that percentage. I checked the Social Blade. Interesting. Yeah, Social Blade's really good. And if you go up in the upper right-hand corner, you can make it bigger. You can go to the web, so that if you're doing it on your phone, you can go up and it gives you the computer page, so it's a lot bigger. It's kind of cool. Everybody's on there. Sunshine Shoulders, Rike, everybody. My plan is to live off dividends. I just need to build out my portfolio. Yeah, actually, sorry, that's my plan too. I have a really good plan for that. So I live well now, but I mean I want to live really well when I turn like about 67, 68. I want to have some dividends too. And also I could use it for emergency money too, because I'd have more than enough in my retirement, but I want to have enough to travel around and do more traveling in Asia and also to Europe. Let's see. Who did you vote for in the presidential race in 2020? I don't like to get into politics too much on here. I am a Republican, I'll say that. Would you ever move back to the USA? But I don't always vote Republican. Most of the time I do, especially lately. Would you ever move back to the USA? Retired asked me. I don't know. I don't think so. If I did, it would be short term, maybe for a year or two. Eventually, I want to take my girlfriend over there. If we when we get married, and I'll probably take her over there and take her over for a year or two. My girl's pretty good. Smoky Mountain model. I think it's China. It might be Russia. Yeah, I think that those triangular things, when it showed them on Tucker's show there, it looked like something that was almost like laser created. Where would you travel first once everything opens? I want to go back to Batangas. I love Batangas, and I might go even further, maybe down to Naga City or something like that. And I want to go to a couple of I want to go to Boracay. I haven't been to Boracay since the 80s, when it was more like Gilligan's Island. They had a Pizza Hut there that was literally a Pizza Hut, and it was an old Italian guy working there. He's probably dead now. He was an old guy, probably in his 60s. That was back in the 80s. He's got to be dead by now. He was like 50s or 60s. Great advice, Steve. Stay out of politics in your channel. Yeah, I don't like getting into politics, man. I left that back home, especially with what's going on back there now, Politics is just not worth the argument, because You don't get anywhere. There's nothing you can do about it. Get all the money saved up for your late 60s, and you can afford one of those fancy nursing homes with good ice cream. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I was checking out that last night because I'm thinking about doing a vlog on the nursing homes over here for the older guys. It's wicked cheap over here for a nursing home, and the high class, even the high end ones are fairly cheap, way cheaper than the U.S. That's pretty interesting because a lot of guys that are retired over here, if they need be, they could check into a nursing home and have no problem. But if you get a doctor to come see you quite often, they do charge you for that. So that's part of you have to add that on top of their costs too. So 60s is not old. No, it's not. I'm almost 60 now. 2 more years, I'll be 60. You know. Is it really humid there? Dan says. Some days, not every day. We get dry days too, believe it or not. HW is asking me who I voted for. Let's see. I think I read that one already. What do you do on a daily basis to keep yourself busy? Well, I do a lot of research and I travel around too when I can, when we're not in this ECQ thing. So, cheapest shipping is LBC by boat. Yeah, I heard LBC is pretty cheap. To get back to what I do on a daily basis, I mean, I have plenty to do here. I mean, I have the kids here. We do things with the kids. We try to stay busy. I talk to my neighbors. I got my godchild here. I mean, you guys have seen my godchild on here a few times. What would you do if you had an extra 1K to invest? What would I do with an extra 1,000? Wow. If it was money that like I wasn't worried about losing, I would probably put it in Coinbase right now. I'd buy one Coinbase stock, and the rest I would throw into probably ARKW, and I'd throw a little bit into SRET. SRET is a pretty safe stock, and it kicks off dividends too. Check into SRET. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, and it is still risky. Okay. Tucker's face is always like that. Yeah, it is kinda. But that day he was a little bit more so, like, you know. I'd rather hire a live-in nurse versus a home. Yeah, live-in nurse is fairly cheap over here, man. You know. Will Wright's hot nurse for the win. Buy lottery tickets. No, that's not my thing. Wong says I would need a lot of sponge bath. Yeah, okay. We're not gonna get into that one. John Wales, sorry case, I'm with you on live-in nurse. Nursing homes are free in UK. Local taxes pay for them. Seems sad, but at a certain age in your life, that's your destination. Yeah, you know, when I was looking at the nursing homes over here, I was pretty impressed with some of the high-end nursing homes over here because they're way better than back in the U.S. Isn't a live-in nurse another name for a girlfriend? Nah, I wouldn't say that. They're pretty professional in some of these places that you hire nurses from. I want a live-in nurse, but I'm not even sick. Well, not medically anyway. Yeah, okay, Will. SRET stock. I will check it out. Yeah, retired. Check that out. SRET is a good stock. Check out the chart on it. You'll like the chart because it dipped down. Now it's starting to have a comeback. Okay. Do you still keep your banks while living in the Philippines? Yeah, I have a credit union. It's a mess here in the USA politically, but we don't stay involved. We could lose our Social Security retirement. Let's see. They have a nursing home in the Philippines. Where? There's one in Iloilo. There's a whole bunch up in Manila. This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, they're 30. What was it like? I said the amount. It's like 35,000 pesos to 50,000 for a regular one. Those ones are not nice. The upper end ones are the nice ones. See, overpaid. Let's not go there, John. You are already gambling. Yeah, in the stock market, it's a bit of a gamble sometimes, just as our crypto coins. That's part of life, though. If you want to make money, you got to take the chance. Surrey case, me too. LOL. Got it at 3:38. Well, live and nurse. Oddly, my partner is a nurse, so best of both worlds. Yeah, when I was looking, if you guys go online, check out those nursing homes. Just for the heck of it, just check them out. It's really interesting. Some of them are beautiful, beautiful pools, beautiful gardens where you can sit out at and stuff like that. It's really high end stuff. Smoky Mountain Modeler. That's that's my plan. We will see how it works out. That's why I tell people, guys, save up because you never know what's going to hit you. And that's why I say come over here with the 2 to 3 thousand sweet spot budget. Because if God forbid you ever need to go into a nursing home, at least go out in class. I mean, you have a pool there, and it's a nice place to be. You know, I believe you. I believe you retired at the age of 55. Would you recommend to someone that they should retire at the age of 50 if the person could financially? Absolutely. Yeah, if you can get out of the rat race, man. But if you're not in that sweet spot, the 2 to 3 thousand, and I recommend being in the upper end of that sweet spot, like 2,700, 3,000. It might be worth it working the extra 5 years because healthcare costs are going to go up, and I think everything is going to go up because of all this mess that we're in right now. Let's see. I have a 4K budget. 4K is excellent. It's a good budget, man. That's definitely the sweet spot. If something ever happened to you, you'd be pretty well off over here. But make sure you save some of that for emergencies and stuff like that. Make sure you also have an emergency amount put aside. Watch those budget videos for the 2 to 3 thousand sweet spot. A lot of that is savings. That's not spending. A lot of people think, oh, you don't need $2,000 to $3,000 over here. No, you really don't to live, but you do need to save for your retirement because you're in a different case now. A lot of people don't think about that when they just don't think about that. Actually, I have a video coming out about saving. I think it's coming out today at 5 o'clock. So it talks a little bit about that, but watch my other videos about that too. Seems both Rike and Gio broke up with their girlfriends. Yeah, it seems that way. Omar exposed them for who they really are. I think the girlfriends kind of got sick of being in the limelight and probably expats teasing them on the streets. I'm just guessing though. Because there's a lot of expats down there. I heard that they were getting harassed a lot, but I don't know if that's true. Somebody told me that. Besides YouTube, do you have streams of income in the Philippines? No. My girlfriend has a sari store. That's about it. She makes a little bit off that. She makes about 100 a month, 50 a month. It varies. In 5 years, we may be sleeping with the fishes. Yeah. I have a 1-year emergency fund. That's pretty good. Who says Rike broke up? I heard that somewhere on one of the somebody mentioned that in one of the comments or something that he broke off with his girlfriend. I don't know if it's true or not, Kirk. Any trips to Tagaytay anytime soon? Yeah, as soon as I can get out of here. I could probably go over there today, but it'd be boring because a lot of places are probably closed. Just music. I like you. John Wales, I can't wait to visit. That's what retired says. Yeah, a lot of people want to get over here, man. I have 2,300 after Medicare. Figure 1,500 living expenses, 600 to 800 savings. Actually, Smoky Mountain model. That's actually excellent. If you can do that over here, as long as you have some sort of emergency fund, you'll be fine. That's actually excellent. That's you can live on the 1,500 pretty good, and the 600 to 800 savings. Risk a little bit of that to make more money. Rike says they are still together. Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. Because somebody also said that she hasn't been showing up on any of the videos or anything lately. How many months for emergency do you have? How many months for emergency do you have saved? How many months for emergency? I have about 20-something thousand. Let's see. Stay hydrated. IV drip of saline and a gallon of Gatorade. There you go. Gio and Ging split because of her vlogging style. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why those vloggers are teaching the girls down there to vlog because it steals away from a lot of the expats here that are looking for jobs. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but I wouldn't be doing that, I mean, I follow Rike for years, perhaps five or six breakups. Yeah. He's been through quite a few. Retired 2019. Make sure you let me know so we can get together. Gurkha 9. Vi is just another notch in his belt. Yeah, it seems that way with all the girls that he goes through. Smoky Mountain Modeler, you will be fine on that amount. Plan on coming over with 15K in savings. Make sure you have a startup fund too, Smoky Mountain Modeler, for buying furniture and refrigerators. Otherwise, that 15K is, you're going to end up spending that. Have 18 to 20 months before I make the trip. Yeah, we don't. It might be longer than that before they open. The way things are going, who knows? I hope not, though. Do you interact with your neighbors like the Pinoys do? Absolutely, Ken. My neighbors are my best friends. We go on trips together. When I rent a place, we all go together. We take tents and stuff like that, and we have a lot of fun. I wouldn't go anywhere without them. Actually, I love traveling with them. My godchild with me, and we have a blast. We go out in boats. We go out to we go out to islands, and do a lot of stuff. If you guys ever get a chance, take a trip out to Drum Island out in Manila Bay. You can leave from Ternate. You can rent a boat from the Ternate Resort. Tell them you want to go out to Drum Island. Fort Drum. It's called Fort Drum. If you see it, actually, I have videos on that with my boat ride out there. If you go back into my older videos, you'll see some of those. I think I have like about 2 or 3 videos on that, maybe. How much will a 2-bedroom apartment cost? 2-bedroom apartment over here, 2-bedroom house you can get for like about $140 in a gated community. You can get a 2-bedroom apartment for maybe 120 US. Have you been to Guimaras Island? No, I haven't. There's 7,200 islands here. Well, 7,700. There's a lot of islands. I don't think I've been to that island. I've been to some of the small islands. I don't know what the names are. I'm 47. I'll be going to PI soon. I'd like to hook up with you when I do. I'm from the Sugbu. There we go. Batangas. I've been there. Yeah, man. If you want to hook up, let me know. And where you want to hook up. John Wales, let me know when you start your channel. I will subscribe. That goes for me too. I'd watch that, John. If my Filipino wife wanted to start a YouTube career, shaking her money maker for views would put a quick end to her career. Just saying. Yeah. That's funny. Retired 2019. It depends on the location. That old Mormon leader wrote back to the East Salt Lake, told them to send more women. He signed it, Brigham Young. Yeah, okay. Reminds me of Rike. John Wales, I'll pay for a luxury apartment. Luxury apartments over here are fairly reasonable. Alabang's expensive, man. John Wales, retired. Thanks. I'm going to be on Calvin's channel every week. It's the island near Iloilo. No, I've actually never been there. I've been to Boracay, which is right near Iloilo. Sweetest mangoes. Let's see. Do you trust the medical care in the Philippines? Brian asks. Brian, it depends which hospital you go to. I go to De La Salle University Hospital, and I would trust them absolutely. And there's some really, really good hospitals up in Manila too. Actually, the state-of-the-art hospitals up in Manila. So, a lot of people down the hospitals here because they walk into some of these creepy hospitals in some of the small towns, or even here in Tracy, we got a couple of those. They're just not clean. They're not nice, and they're just not good places. I was sitting waiting one time for my daughter one time in one of those hospitals, and I watched 3 people die in front of me that had heart attacks, and they were trying to revive them and everything, and they didn't bring them back. They didn't even have the equipment to bring them back. So that'll tell you about some of the hospitals here. If you go to a good hospital, they have that equipment. Carl Gibbs, never understand why fridges and freezers so expensive, and try buying a washing machine not made of plastic that resembles a toy in the Philippines. I actually have a good washing machine. I pay good money for it, Carl. Yeah, refrigerators tend to be a little bit expensive here. There must be something going on Dumaguete, Epstein Island. Lots of vloggers made the move to Cebu lately. Yeah, they have. I don't know what's going on there. They're all moving out of there. Maybe it's the name Epstein Island. That was actually one of the subscribers on here that started that, I think. Because I brought it up, and then I noticed everybody started using that term. I see you talk a little about stocks, and I'm only into dividend-paying stocks. Billy Johnson, if you're into dividend-paying stocks, check out SRET. I have a couple of other ones too that pay dividends, but SRET is one of the best. It's actually kind of like a growth in income, and the income's pretty good. John Wales, thank you for your support. I need to do some things. Goodbye, all. Talk to you later, John. Take care. Medical care in the Philippines varies from very good to substandard or worse. Yeah, it does. I mean, you can get some good medical care here. Remember when the Yankees up 3-0 and lost to Boston? I don't remember that. I remember a lot of games, but I don't remember that one. Let's see. What small gift do you suggest I bring from the USA to my Filipina and also to her family? You know what I brought over? Was $2 bills. You can get them at the bank. And they love that. They thought that was cool. Because $2 bills are really, it's almost like the 200 peso note over here. Because they have a 200 peso note over here in the Philippines. You hardly ever see them. It's like a $2 bill. You can ask at the bank and get them. Retired 2019. Mine isn't. I smoke. Let's say some places do not allow smoking in public. John, you're still on here. We thought you left. Let's see. Are you using TD Ameritrade to trade in the Philippines? Yes. It's going to be Charles Schwab soon, so in October, I believe. SRET is an ETF. Just check. Yes, it is, Kirk. It is. It's a very good one, too. And it pays good dividends. An ETF is a stock. It's just a basket full of stocks in one stock. Okay, for people that don't understand what an ETF is. An ETF is just a basket full of stocks. That's like ARK Investments. Those are all ETFs, but they're stocks. Okay? Let's see. Dramagete. Let's see. Hello, everyone. I think that I am interrupting your mojo. Just music. It's become Dramagete. Per last video, Rike is still with his girlfriend. Yeah, somebody else mentioned that. I heard he had left her, but that's what somebody told me. I actually had like 2 or 3 people mention that. Maybe because they hadn't seen her on the videos or something. I don't know, but that's what they were saying. SRET is a high yield, almost 8%. Does that concern you? No, it doesn't. I'll tell you why. Because it's so low right now, I think you'll get a lot of that back in growth. Because I'm getting a lot of growth on that stock. Okay, plus you got the income. So you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. I'm not saying it's not risky. It is. But I bought in at the bottom, so I lucked out. I'm up to about 17%, I think. So that's not bad. Yeah, ETF means exchange traded funds. But it's just a basket full of stocks. Okay? I just opened a Schwab checking account to start my escape fund. Good idea. It's a good place to put money. Do you miss security work? I do. I miss talking to people and stuff like that. When I did my security work, I planned to come over here. I use that time wisely. If I was any of you guys that are thinking about coming over here and you're retired and you got nothing to do, I would do security work till you come over here so you have a lot of money for spending. Because you don't want money to travel a little bit when you first get here. So just a FYI, guys, if you can work a little bit, even part time. If you trade your U.S. account in the Philippines, use a VPN. Yes. They shut you off from buying stocks and charge you a foreign tax. Yeah, you should turn on your VPN, guys. Let's see. If you ever use your health insurance, Yes. I have used it. Actually, they paid for the emergency room visit, but they didn't pay for the other stuff because they didn't admit me. Otherwise, they would have. Not the best reviews. I've actually heard that they're one of the better companies over here from the Filipinos. If you talk to some of the Americans, some of them don't like the company because of the coverage isn't as high as the other companies. But you pay for high coverage, so it's kind of like a balance. If you want to save a little bit, then Pacific Cross is the way to go. But if you can look at Pacific Prime, and those give you 10 quotes from 10 different companies. So if you want to shop around, try Pacific Prime. You know, actually watch that video. Watch my videos on insurances. There's a lot of good information in there. And the girl there is really, really good. Lana, she's a Russian girl. She's out of China, but she's actually American. But she works in China. How long have you been investing on SRET? Quite a while. I'm not sure how long it's been. I've had that in my portfolio. It seems like almost a year, Brian. I would wager to guess about a year. How do I purchase SRET stock? You just buy the regular stock on the stock market, just like you would any other stock. Getting Charles Schwab banking for simplicity. You get the whole platform at once. Yeah. Is it hard to learn the Filipino language? Yeah, it is. I never learned it. Do you still file U.S. taxes while living in the Philippines? Yeah, I have to. Yeah. Watches and clocks, I gift always grateful. In-law asked me to buy her a watch. This I did, but she never wore it. I found out she could not tell time, but the watch looks good when she attends church. There you go. That's nice you mentioned. Hey, Steve, which you prefer, Batangas or Tagaytay? Batangas. Batangas is nicer if you want the beach. Tagaytay is beautiful too. Both of them have something to offer. You know, if you want a view, then Tagaytay. And Tagaytay is cooler by a long shot. So they covered your ER. Yes, they covered the emergency room, but they didn't cover the cost of treatment because it was outpatient. If I had bought the outpatient, they would have covered it, Robert. It is a decent insurance. You know, I mean, you can get other insurance, but the thing about Pacific Cross that everybody forgets is they have an access card. So they pay the hospital direct, so you don't have to pay that portion. I only had to pay the other portion, you know, which wasn't that much. It took about $150 off the bill. Okay, so but you know, like I'm gonna buy the outpatient for sure. I use A Plus International owned by Alliance. I don't trust Philippine companies. It covers 8 Asian countries. Yeah, Billy. Some people, they don't trust the Philippine companies, you know, but Pacific Cross used to be like Blue Cross, so it's a pretty reputable company. Do you do any water activities? Yeah, I go out in the water a lot in the boats here. The rent-a-boats. You can rent like a 3-person boat and go out in the boat, and it's really cheap. FATCA foreign authorization tax collection. Let's see, 7% is a nice drip. Are you paying U.S. taxes while living in the Philippines? Yes. Yep, on my pensions and stuff. Which town or area is a beautiful beach or has a beautiful beach or low-cost living? Batangas. Batangas is pretty cheap. They have areas that are pretty reasonable. At 64, it's $2,400 a year, and it covers inpatient up to $1 million. No, Billy, you're talking. That's their high-end dollar plan. Ask them about their peso plan if you want lower coverage. Okay, you can get lower coverage. I pay $770, Billy. Okay, eventually I'm going to switch to a higher-end insurance later on. You know, but I really don't need it right now. I don't think I need it. Health costs there are so cheap, though. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. If as you get closer to 60, I think it's worth it to have something. That's why I say the peso plan to start out, and as you get older, switch over. But you have to wait a year sometimes. I would just come back if surgery needed. Yeah, but sometimes you get a heart attack or something, and you can't do that. Do I feel safe in my area? Very safe. We have the mayor's guards that live right next to us, down a few apartments. You know, and they have guns and weapons and everything. Russian girl from China, from America. Let me write that down. Yeah, a Russian. Yeah, I think her name's Lana. Just music. I have her name and information. Just mentioned that, you know, Philippine Info Channel sent you. The information should be in that video. Okay, and if you ask for her, she's really, really good. She doesn't have she's very American. You know, she doesn't have a Russian accent too much. My girl there, only 300 pesos and furthered his studies. And My doctor, my doctor, they're only 300 pesos and furthered his studies in the U.S. Yeah, a lot of doctors over here did go to Boston, actually. A couple of the doctors I've seen have gone to Harvard and stuff like that, and they're over here and they're only making cheap money. You know, they want to do it for for the people. Do you have a car in the Philippines? No, I don't. If you do, how much insurance are you paying? I don't know how much car insurance is here because I don't have a car. I don't have a motorcycle. I get around on all public transportation. I get around fine. I rent vehicles occasionally. You know. I don't see any other questions. So guys, I'm gonna end this because we've been on here for 90 minutes. Okay, guys. But God bless, guys. I'm gonna be doing this quite often. We're gonna be changing up the times too, and I'm gonna do a couple of surprise ones. But I'm gonna do a lot of these at 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's see. Any recommendations for accommodations in Manila? A venue. It's near. It's called A venue. It's spelled like avenue, but it's A venue. Let's see. Oh, you're looking for cheap? I'm not sure about cheap. A venue is nice. It's a nice place. But thanks, guys. You know, and I'll put out the info about when I'm going on. I'll put it in the community section. But we'll be doing these at 9 a.m. and I'm gonna do a few surprise ones in the middle of the night and stuff like that too. So you're gonna, you know, I know a lot of guys in Europe are asking to see me also, so they can come on. I'm also gonna do some like in the afternoon, like around 3:30. Not today, but on some days. It'll be like a surprise. Let's see. If you can't afford health insurance, you can't afford to be in the Philippines. Yeah, that's right. Man, if you can't afford health insurance, you shouldn't be here. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care, guys.